Alright guys, so I am continuing with my declutter series, and today I'm going to start tackling my greens. This is the first green drawer of 4. I need a lot of help with my greens, you guys. Like I said, I have 4 drawers and they are chocked full. I do not have room for any more polishes. So up until now, it was okay for me to be a little less cutthroat, because as long as I still have room within my drawers, if I'm on the fence about a polish, then I don't really need to get rid of it because I so far have the space for it. But I am out of space in my green drawers, and I'm not willing to start sacrificing other drawers for more greens. I have more than enough greens. I don't need this many greens. However, green is my favorite color to wear because there are so many types of greens. There's mints, there's sages, there's forests, there's teals, there's aquas, turquoise, there's pruglies, and I love them all. I don't think there's really any type of green that I don't like. So this is going to be very hard. These green videos might be a little bit longer videos because I'm going to really have to look at the polishes and decide. So I'm going to be doing probably a lot more comparisons than I have in the previous video. So like I said, it could be longer. So let's go ahead and get started. I really have to try to be cutthroat. So the first one I'm seeing is Salon Perfect Vava Vroom. This one I am going to keep. This one is very unique. I don't really have any of these bright limey neons, so I'm going to keep this one. And I also feel like I'm going to be running out of space throughout this video, so I might have to do some pausing to rearrange things. We'll see. So this video might have more kind of like cuts than normally, because normally I just record straight through, but we'll see. Okay, the next one is 90 Clover. This one is definitely unique. I'm keeping this one. So for me, where I'm gonna need the most help with is going to be the creams. So, you know, polishes with flakies and shimmers, they're all very different from each other. It's the creams that I know I have a lot that are very similar. So the creams are where I really need help. Okay, then we have Cupcake Polish, What Incarnation. Definitely keeping that one, very unique. Okay, Fair Maiden's Grasshopper Pie. That one's very unique. I'm keeping that one. Okay, then we have Color Club Rainbow Bright. This one has a pretty shimmer that none of my other colors in this category have, so I'm going to keep this one. Okay, then we have LA Colors, one of their mermaids. This one is Turtley. I'm definitely keeping this one. This one is beautiful, and this is going to be really handy for my Dupe It series when I'm trying to dupe more intricate indies, so I'm going to keep that one. Okay, then we have KB Shimmer Water Your Digits. I'm definitely not getting rid of this one because I love my KB Shimmer creams and they don't really make creams anymore, and I don't really like getting rid of my KB Shimmers. However, I think I might have a few that are similar to this that I can compare with this one. Okay, then we have OPI How Does Your Zen Garden Grow? I'm not sure about this one. I'm going to set this one aside and see if I come across any more that are similar. Okay, then we have Polish Honeydew. I'm going to keep that one. I've had this one for several years. I haven't worn it, but it's so pretty and it is unique. Okay, then we have Lights Lacquer Peppermint Patty. This one is a very pale mint green. I'm not sure if I have any quite this pale, but I will set this one aside and we will see. Okay, Essie Expressi Express to Impress. I love the Essie Expressis. They have amazing formulas. However, I want to set this one aside as a color comparison to any other ones. So far I have 4 that we're setting aside. They're all very different from each other, but I think I might have more coming. Okay, then we have Color Club. It's All in the Attitude. Beautiful. I don't think I have any others quite like this. I'll set this one kind of aside, but I'm pretty sure I don't have anything like it. Okay, then we have my Dippin' Dots Cool Mint. Beautiful. I don't have a ton, I don't think, of these soft pastel-y mints. However, I will set this one aside just in case I come across a couple more. Okay, then we have KB Shimmers Playing with the Buoys. This one is a little bit more leaning blue. This probably should go in my blues. However, I don't know. Let me set this one aside to see if I have any others that are leaning kind of blue, and then I might end up pulling those into my blues. Okay, then we have Dollish Polish, Jeepers Creepers, Where'd You Get Those Peepers? This one is pretty and unique. I'm gonna keep that one. Okay, then we have Lollipop Posse, $7.99 is absolutely fine. I got this one in D-Stash, and this one is very pretty. I'm gonna keep that one. Okay, then we have Burial Mint Ice Cream Cone. This one I think is really unique. Yeah, these aren't quite. I'm gonna set it aside, but I have a feeling that this one is really unique, but we'll see. Okay, then we have Dollish Polish, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. This used to be in my Christmas drawer, and then I pulled it out because I just honestly don't really see myself wearing this during Christmas. I am gonna keep this one. I haven't worn it, I've had it for years, but it's very pretty and unique, so I'm gonna keep that one. Okay, then we have Essie's You're Sensational. This one is beautiful. It's a very soft, yellowy grass green almost, or like a, what is the color that I'm thinking of? I'm drawing a blank on what color I'm thinking of, but I feel like this one's unique. However, maybe it's similar. No, those are different. I'm gonna set this one aside just in case, but I feel like this one is unique, but just in case. Okay, then we have Orly's So Fly. I'm not getting rid of this one. This is absolutely beautiful. I don't think I have anything quite like this one, but I will set that one aside. Okay, we'll compare those two. I feel like the Orly is brighter and punchier, but we'll compare those two because they are kind of looking similar in the bottles. Okay, then we have Believe Beauty Secret Hideaway. This one is kind of similar to that one, so we can compare those two. Okay, then we have Blush Lacquer's Bunny Slope. Very unique. I'm not getting rid of that one. Okay, then we have KB Shimmer's Mint Owl Vacation. This one is very unique. It's a minty hollow. Where's that other minty hollow? I feel like the KB Shimmer is darker, so I don't really want to waste time comparing these two because I feel like they're definitely different, and I do feel like I'm going to have a lot of creams to be comparing, so definitely not getting rid of this one. Pinnacle, that one's unique. And then we have OPI's, what is this one called? The Past is Always Greener. I think those two might be similar. This one's looking like it's a touch darker, but, and then also, we'll compare all those together. Okay, then we have, what is this? Okay, well, here's a Declutter. This one is Polish 987 from the new color. Okay, that one's a Declutter. That's a really pretty color too. Oh well. Okay, then we have China Glaze Keep Calm Paint On. This one has a really fine shimmer in it. That's really pretty. I like this one, so I'm gonna keep that one. Okay, definitely keeping this. This is Nailed It Green Happily Ever After. Beautiful, love that one, keeping that. Okay, then we have Essie's Gelato. This one is kind of similar to, oops, I can't lift them all up. Kind of in this, it's looking like it's a lot lighter and more yellow, but we'll swatch them all together anyways. Okay, then we have Fair Maiden's Celestial Storm. Keeping that. That one's beautiful. Color Club We Liming. Don't think I have anything quite like that one. Set aside just in case, but you can see from the other two, it's definitely way different. But I will set it aside just in case, but I don't think I have anything like it. Okay, Night Owl Lacquer One Owl of a Day. I love this one, so beautiful. Definitely keeping that. Okay, then we have a Deborah Littman. This one is Spring Bud. I feel like it's different than the others. However, some of them might only be half a shade darker from each other and I won't necessarily need to keep all of them. So I will go ahead and swatch that with those. Okay, Pretty Serious Peace on Earth. Keeping that. Then we have Fancy Gloss Minty Fresh. I'm definitely keeping this one. However, I will set this one aside to do some possible comparisons. So far, I'm not seeing anything quite like it, but we'll do some comparisons. Okay, Night Owl, I just got this one from Olga. This is Please Stand By. I'm definitely keeping that one. It's amazing. Then we have Sinful Colors Sheer Truce. Keeping that. I love their sheer mattes. Okay, then we have another minty. This one is Beach Wave by Believe Beauty. This one I will set aside and compare with the mints. Okay, Fancy Gloss Wazowski. I got this one in a D-stash. I'm definitely keeping that one. Beautiful. Okay, then the kind of grassy greens. I have not a ton, but I have a few. I'm going to set them all aside. This one is Josie. Let me make another spot, set that there. Okay, definitely keeping this one. This is Uber Chick Lime and Coconut. Beautiful. Love that gorgeous shimmer. Okay, Virago Varnish Coronado. I love this one. I'm not getting rid of this one. However, I will compare it with some of the more kind of like brighter pastel, like bleached pastels. Okay, OPI Paradise Cove. I love this one. It's one of my very favorite OPIs. I'm definitely keeping this one. I don't think I have anything quite like this one. So for now, I'm just going to say I'm keeping that one because I don't think I have anything similar. Okay, Color Club Trees Please. This one, I don't think I have anything quite like it. I will set it aside just in case, but I don't think I have anything quite like that one. Okay, then we have Glitter Days I Need Kelp. Definitely keeping that one. Beautiful. Oh, I'm definitely keeping this. This is Different Dimensions Bud Romance. This is gorgeous. I want to try to wear this spring. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, then we have OPI's This Cost Me a Mint. I love this one. I do want to compare it with some of the other soft mints though. Okay, then we have Pool Hair Don't Care, yes, by Glisten Glow. Love that one, keeping that. Okay, OPI, That's Hilarious. This one I will compare. So far, I don't think any of them are exact, but we'll see. Okay, Beezy's Lacquer, Nothing Ever Scared Me So Much as Saying Goodbye. I'm gonna keep that one. Orly's Happy Camper. Love this one. I'm gonna keep this one. However, I will compare it with some of the others. Okay, then we have Iron P Dewdrop. Beautiful, keeping that one. So my fear, you guys, is that I'm going to convince myself that they're all just all these creams, that they're just different enough from each other that I need to keep them all. We'll see. All right, Beezy's Lacquer Zombie Blood. Beautiful, I'm keeping this one. That's gorgeous. Okay, then we have LA Colors, their Color Mania. This one is Fanatic. I use this one in my duping series. This color, like this bright limey green with that bluish shimmer, is very popular right now, and a lot of brands are duping that. So I'm gonna keep this one for duping purposes. Okay, then we have Zoya's, what is this one? Leif, L-E-I-F. I just got this one last year. I really like this one. I don't think I have anything quite like it. It has kind of like a grungy quality to it. However, I will swatch it with this kind of like lighter family. However, I am pretty sure that that one's very unique. Okay, then we have Color Club's In the Mix, one of their black speckleds. Keeping that one. Okay, Cuticula's Finfetti Cake. Keeping that one. It's beautiful. Glam Polish, We Came, We Saw, We Kicked Its Ass. Beautiful. I'm keeping that one. Okay, then we have Beezy's Lacquer Baby Monster. Keeping that one. Dollish Polish Breathe Sunflower, 3 to the left, 4 to the right, Rainbow 450. This is a Stranger Things polish. It's really interesting and unique in the bottle. However, I don't know. Let me swatch this one. I've always been on the fence about this one, so let me swatch that one. And then we have Polish for Days, As You Pass Go. Definitely keeping that one. Look at how gorgeous that is. Okay, this one is another bluey mint, so I will compare this one. I'll compare this one to the Cape Shimmer. This one is Blossom Dandy. I probably need to put this in my blues, but I feel like when I compare these to my blues, it pulls more green. I have a couple where it's like they're on the fence as to if it should be green or blue. Okay, then we have Koki's Citrus Splash. I will compare this with the other kind of mints. Okay, then we have Essie's Zip Me Up, I think it's called. Zip Me Up, I love this one. It's got that beautiful sheen that's not coming across on camera, but I love this one. Keeping that. Okay, then we have Burial. Haven't worn this one yet. This one is Mirza's Meadow. I just got this one recently. Very pretty. I'm gonna keep that one. Okay, then we have Different Dimensions Mystery Prototype 332. Pretty sure I got this from my friend Laura. Very pretty, like that one. So I'll keep that. Okay, then we have China Glaze Troublemaker. I love this one. I don't know if I have anything quite like this one. Let me set this one aside. I may or may not compare it with the others when I start swatching, but let me set that one aside just in case. Okay, then we have China Glaze Be More Pacific. I love this one. It's beautiful. However, is it similar? No, this one definitely pulls more green. Pulls more green. Actually, I think it might be a pretty good dupe for the new color that I'm decluttering. So I think I will keep that one. Okay, then we have Salon Perfect's one of the Dippin' Dots Lime Ice. I love this one. I'm keeping that one for sure. Let me see. They're similar, but I'm 100% keeping this one. So I'll swatch it with those other three, but I might end up just keeping all of them because I like them all, but we'll see. Okay, then we have MTK. I can't read what that says. Marrow, maybe? I'm having a hard time reading what that one says. I don't remember how I feel about this one. I know it's pretty sheer. You have to build it up. I think I've kept it for potential duping purposes. Let me swatch this one and remind myself how I feel about that one. Okay, then we have LA Colors. What is this one called? Energy. I don't know that I have anything quite like this. I don't remember if I love the formula. So I want to swatch that one just to remind myself of the formula. Okay, then we have Different Dimensions Greed. Definitely keeping that. That's beautiful. Okay. Then we have OPI's Your Lime to Shine. That one's very unique, so I'm gonna keep that one. Okay, then we have another Bluey Mint by Essie. This one is Mint Candy Apple. I feel like these are very similar, so I'll swatch those. Okay, then we have Zoya's Tiana, one of my very favorite Zoyas. Definitely keeping this one. I don't think this is similar to any of the other ones. I feel like this one has a brightness that none of the other minties have, so I'm definitely gonna keep that one. Okay, then we have KB Shimmer. What is this one? Ready for a Good Lime. This one I feel pulls very different than any of the other ones. It's not quite mint, but it's also not quite in this category. You can see it's different. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one and not really compare that to anything. Okay, then we have Glam Polish. The Dead Will Walk the Earth. This is amazing. I just picked this one up recently. Look at that. That's amazing. Okay, then we have a Sally Hansen. This one is Kelp Out. I want to compare this to the Zoya. I mean, looking at them, they are different, but I still want to compare because I need to be decluttering something. Okay, then we have Enstile. What is this one called? Take a Dip. This one is a pretty mint. However, I have a million mints, so we're gonna compare them all. Okay, then we have China Glaze Tropic Like It's Hot. This is amazing. I love this one. I think it was Krista that originally told me Salon Perfect from Walmart is the same brand as China Glaze, and they actually carry over the exact same polish, formula, color, everything into the Salon Perfect. And it's supposed to be slightly cheaper. However, you know, you can get these on the discount sites for $3.50, and that's what Salon Perfects are. I think these two are exact dupes of each other. So I'm going to compare these two and decide if I don't need them both. They're exact dupes. So I'll have to decide which one I want to keep. Okay, then we have Rogue Lacquer's Twinkle Twinkle. Really pretty, I like that one. Okay, another the 90 Smoothie Bar Collection. This one is Matcha and Mint. I'm gonna keep that one. I do like the color of that one. Okay, then we have, what brand is this? I can't even tell. I wanna say this is maybe like DRK. I honestly can't tell what brand this is, but this is Dryads, and I'm definitely keeping this one. It's beautiful. Okay. All right, then we have Cert Colors High Society. It's got that gorgeous shimmer sheen in there, so I'm gonna keep that. Then we have Illamasqua No Bad. I'm definitely gonna keep this one. However, I want to compare it. Actually, I'm looking and I don't think, oh, maybe. No, I feel like this one is different than all the others, so I'm just gonna keep that one, not compared to anything. Okay, then we have Orly's Neon Paradise. I love this, it's amazing. I'm looking at the Color Club. We Liming. Okay, I can compare those two. If push comes to shove, I don't know that I would get rid of either of these, but we'll swatch just to see. Okay, then we have Enchanted Leaf Storm. I'm gonna keep that one. It's a beautiful hollow. Okay, then we have Cadillac or I Am the Danger. No way I'm getting rid of that one. Amazing. Okay, then we have a new color. This one is 940. This is beautiful. It's got that gorgeous little shimmer. I wonder if I should put this with my toppers. I don't remember if this is in a tinted base or if it's in a clear base. Let me, off camera, like separately, I'll swatch that so I can decide if I want to put my toppers, but I'm not decluttering that. But I'm gonna do my own investigations after the video. Okay, then we have Color Club Angel Kiss, beautiful. Not gonna get rid of that one, although this one is looking like, where's the other one? Here we go. No, I feel like each one is slightly darker than the next one. Okay, then we have LA Colors Electric Lime. This one is really nice for duping purposes. I don't remember the formula on this. I feel like it might be kind of gloopy. I'm wondering if I have. Let me swatch this so I can remind myself of the formula if it's worth, because I feel like this is really good for duping purposes, for duping other indies, but let me set it aside and swatch it. All right, and then the last one, not getting rid of this one. This one is Bettina Mar Chiquita, and this is beautiful. All right, I'm gonna do some swatching and then we'll come back and talk. Okay, so I went ahead and swatched the first batch. I am running out of room on my desk. Things are getting really cluttered, and I think it's gonna be easier to talk about the first batch, and then I can clear those out of the way, and then I can swatch the second batch. So the first batch, I have exactly 18. Let's start with the 4 that I was not color comparing to anything, but that I just wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it or not. First one is the BTK. This one, I did one thin coat. It's already dried down, so it kind of just looks dull, but this in one thin coat is beautiful. So, and it seems to be in a clear base. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my toppers because this is gorgeous. I love this one. And the next one that I said I was gonna swatch on my own, but I just decided to do it now, is the new colors. This one seems to be in a slightly tinted base. However, I still want to pull this onto my toppers so that I will see it and be able to use it more, because this I would most likely wear over greens anyway, so I'm going to put that in with my toppers. So I'm going to keep those. And then the next one that I've been on the fence about for years is the Polish, the Breathe Sunflower one. That's this. I like it. It's interesting and unique. However, there's just something about it that I don't love. It's got kind of like a frosty shimmer to it that I don't love. And then I decided to pull out two other ones that I was thinking in my mind that are kind of similar to this. I know they're not exact, but I was thinking that they're kind of similar, that they could just replace this one. The first one was the Night Owl, 1 Owl of a Day, and that's this one. They're similar-ish, and I would always reach for this one over the Polish. And then the next one that I was thinking of was the 9-0 Clover, but this one actually is a lot different. It's much darker. So I'm going to declutter the Polish. It's been years and I haven't worn it, and I haven't wanted to reach for it, so that's enough for me. And then the next one was the LA Colors, what was this one called? Electric Lime. This one has an okay formula. I think I might thin it out just a little bit. However, this has really great duping potential for duping other indies through like PPU, or also when I'm doing my new series, I'm doing duping my shopping cart. So I will keep that one. All right, the next one are the Blue Mints, which I think I'm going to pull these into my blues. I'm not quite sure why they ended up in my greens. So I have 4. 2 of them are Essie's, Mint Candy Apple, and then Blossom Dandy. That's the first 2. And then the next one is the KB Shimmer, and then the last one is the Koki. Now, the lighting is terrible right now. It's very dark and gloomy out. It's been raining all day, so it's kind of hard to come across on camera. The Koki is very different than the other 3, so that one I'm definitely keeping. The other 3, however, they are pretty much identical. I'm going to compare the actual swatches so you can see. 2 of them are the Essie's and 1 is a KB Shimmer. Now I did say I didn't want to get rid of the KB Shimmer, so I'm keeping the KB Shimmer by default. And that leaves the 2 Essie's. They're both classics, so I have a hard time deciding which one to get rid of. I have worn Mint Candy Apple. I haven't worn Blossom Dandy. Looking at my swatch pictures, it looks like Blossom Dandy has a slightly worse formula. My swatches kind of look a little bit streaky, so I think I will keep Mint Candy Apple and I will get rid of the Blossom Dandy. Now really I should probably go between these 2 and only keep one of them. However, the collector in me doesn't want to get rid of my KB Shimmers, and the collector in me doesn't want to get rid of such a classic as Mint Candy Apple, so I'm going to keep them both. All right, and then the next grouping are the 2 grass greens. Honestly, the only 2 grass greens that I even own, and as you can see, they're very different. The Sally Hansen has kind of a jellyish formula, which I don't know that I necessarily love. However, look at that color. It's very pretty. It's unique. I don't have anything like it. These are the only 2 in my collection that I have. So I think I will keep them both. Okay, and then the next grouping is the Color Club and the Orly. I'm very happy to say that they're very different. I'm very, very happy because I really did not want to have to make a decision between the 2. So definitely going to keep those. Okay, and the next grouping are the 2 yellows, Salon Perfect and China Glaze. I will say that they look pretty much identical to me. So I'm going to keep the China Glaze. So I'll get rid of the Salon Perfect and I will keep the China Glaze. Salon Perfect up there. Yeah, okay. And then the next 2, I'm very happy to say that these are also very different. So I'm going to keep those. And then there's a handful that I said I was going to compare, but looking at them, they're completely different than any of the others, so I just took them out and didn't bother swatching them. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get these out of the way and start the second grouping. Okay, so I did the second grouping. The first grouping, there's 2 groupings within this grouping, so I had 17 total on the nail wheel, are these bright, kind of like muted limey greens. It's these first 3. I think you can see very clearly that they're very different. And then another one that I somehow compared with the other grouping, but it really should have been in the first grouping, is my Virago varnish, and that's this one. And again, I think you can see that it's much different. So I'll be keeping those 4, which honestly I'm really happy about, because I'm happy that they're very different, because I really didn't want to have to make that decision. Okay, the next grouping is from here to here, minus the Virago varnish. So first one is Lights Lacquer, and then we have NCLA, and then we have 2 OPIs, which I thought were going to be much similar, but look at that, that's kind of crazy. And then that was a Virago varnish that I pulled out, and then this one is my Dippin' Dots. So these are all very different as well. I'm very surprised the NCLA next to these other ones pulls blue, but then when you compare it to the other blues, it's much lighter. It's not coming across on camera. The lighting is really bad today, but it's much lighter than the other ones. So it's different. So I would say there's no dupes at all in this whole grouping up unto here. So I'm not going to declutter anything in that grouping. Okay, and then the second grouping are the kind of soft yellowy greens. The first one is Burial, and then we have Zoya, which honestly I shouldn't have even swatched because that's very clearly different from everything else. And then we have Believe Beauty. Then we have 2 OPIs, which I thought were going to be much more similar, but look at that, they're way different. And then we have Essie's Gelato, and then we have Essie's You're Sensational, and then a Deborah Lippmann, I think it's called Spring Bud. Yeah, Spring Buds. Okay, now, where did it start? From here. At this point, everything, as it was drying down, everything was starting to look similar to me. So I did pull a bunch of my swatch pictures from my folders so that I can compare everything, swatches and on the wheel, because like I said, my eyes were starting to play tricks on me. So this one, the Burial, was starting to look very similar to the Believe Beauty. And then that one also was looking very similar to the Essie's, I think it's this one. Yeah, this one, the Essie's, no, this one, Essie's Gelato. And then I pulled the swatches for the 3, and the Believe Beauty was so different. So initially I was thinking, okay, none of them are dupes for each other. But you guys, I'm looking at them and they look identical. So I think what happened is I think the Believe Beauty must have faded, because this, and on the nail wheel, let me see, this one looks nothing like the original swatch. So I think this one must have faded, which means that it actually is pretty identical to both the Burial and Gelato. Gelato is an Essie classic. I don't want to get rid of that. The Burial I just got and has a really nice formula, and I feel like I want to keep that one. I don't have a thing on it. Oh, I wore this one already. Yeah, I wore this. As soon as I got it, it was so pretty I wanted to wear it, so I've already worn that one. I haven't worn this one. I've had it for years, so I think I'm going to declutter this one. And then, let me see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the 2 OPIs, very different, keeping both of those. And then the OPI right here, which is the Pass is Always Greener, and then the Gelato, they were also starting to look very different initially. Now that they've dried down, I can see that they're very different. This one is much lighter, the Gelato, but initially when I was swatching, they looked very different, so I pulled swatches for those as well, and they're very different, so no dupes there. And then the last 2, Essie, You're Sensational, and then Deborah Lippmann, Spring Buds, those are very, very, very similar. I didn't bother pulling swatches for these ones because they just look so identical. Like even in the bottles, they look identical. I'm gonna go ahead and keep the Essie. I'm gonna declutter the Deborah Lippmann. Okay, and then while I was pulling all of my swatches to do some comparisons, I came across one of my OPI swatches. I forget what it was called, something Swamped, You're Swamped, or something like that, or I'm Swamped, something like that. And the swatch was very very similar to the Sally Hansen from the earlier grouping, the Kelp Out, the one that I said I don't love the formula. It's very jellyish and it took 3 coats. And even my swatch picture looks very jelly. They're not exact, but they're very similar, which means now I'm gonna go ahead and declutter the Sally Hansen. It's very interesting that they're so similar, but I put this one in my lighter greens and I put the other one in my other greens, like the darker greens. So I find that kind of interesting. All right, you guys, so that means I am decluttering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm decluttering the Salon Perfect. I'm decluttering the Sally Hansen, the Deborah Littman. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the Dollar Polish, the Essie Blossom Dandy. I'm kind of surprised I'm getting rid of this one. This one is a classic Essie. However, I just don't need it. This one by default because it's all dried out. And then the Believe Beauty Secret Hideaway. All right, you guys, I'm pretty happy with that. I was kind of hoping I would do better. However, maybe with the exception of these blue mints where I could have decluttered one more, nothing was actual dupes. So as long as I'm keeping things that aren't dupes of each other, then I'm pretty happy with that. So although I feel like I probably could have done better, in reality, I really couldn't because they're all unique within themselves. And that makes me happy. All right, so if you guys have any comments, leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.